issues with Streamlabs today, so hopefully those issues are over. It looks like we should be live now at this point, so I'm going to go ahead and take you guys to our radar and satellite because we got a lot that's going to go on here over the course of the next several hours. We don't have many alerts out yet. We actually don't have any alerts out yet, but we have this area of convection we're going to be watching over the course of the next several hours because this could be a derecho that develops into portions of Missouri, and it'll quickly blossom into this windbag as it moves into eastern Missouri, Illinois, and even into Indiana and western Ohio into the early morning hours of tomorrow morning. All right, so we're just going to be here live broadcasting over the course of the next several hours because we just have a lot that's going on here in terms of severe weather. So I'm going to take you guys and put you guys on multi-radar, multi-sensor system here. Or actually, let me go to real-time mesoscale analysis real quick so I can basically show you what's going on. All right, let's take a look here at our dew point temperatures, all right, because we have dew points pretty much that are in the 60s down here, but the problem is that when you get up here, you only have upper 40-degree dew points. All right, this was taken about 2:30 p.m., but we do still have storm initiation happening here. All right, so this should be able to pull some moisture northward here over the course of the next several hours. As you see on here, like there's that northward expansion a little bit. It's already into northern and central Arkansas, back into portions of Tennessee. So you can see the dew point temperatures are starting to go up. And once those dew point temperatures go up, that's when things are going to start rolling. All right. And speaking of wind, let's take a look at what's going on back here. All right. Here's your low pressure system. Here's your very strong wraparound cold front with very dry conditions, or should I say a dry line with very dry conditions on the backside. We just got our first special weather statement, but you can see here, anywhere in these reds, you'll be talking about possibly 40, 50 mile per hour wind gusts. Over here, we could have some isolated 60 mile per hour wind gusts, especially in areas in northernmost Texas. And over here in Oklahoma, we've been dealing with 40, 45 mile per hour wind gusts pretty much the whole day. And that's where in this circle region, your fire risk is going to be for the rest of the day today. So be cautious if you live there. Definitely want to take precautions because those fires with that wind could definitely set off fires. All right, so let's take a look here now at our total cloud cover here, because cloud cover is not good when we want severe thunderstorms. I will say there is a very big plume of cloud cover back here due to that blowing dust and stuff, but it's pretty sunny back there. I will say, though, like in this area, we just got an update, guys. 2:45 update. Big dry slot here will allow storms to develop and move eastward. This is ongoing convection currently, but this back here, like you can see down there in Springfield, Arkansas, that's area where we need to watch, all right? So we really need to be watching this and see how this convection can kind of blossom over the course of the next several hours, because if I play frames back, just look how fast that intensified. That's how robust this atmosphere is today. And as a matter of fact, I might just want to put more frames on just to show you like the overall trend on how fast this thing has blossomed over the past hour or so. All right, and you can see here how it blows up. All right, here's about 2:30, and then here's 3 o'clock. All right, in that half hour, this is already almost a severe storm. All right, and you can see stuff is starting to flare up over here. But man, look at down here. You don't have anything down here yet. All right, but there will be soon as this moves in. And that's where that tornado threat's going to take place this evening. So you guys really need to be paying attention if you live in these moderate risk, enhanced, slight, and even marginal risk areas on this today, because these areas are all going to get some pretty decent weather out of this. Significant wind areas will likely be in these circle regions. All right, even outside of the risk area, you could have significant winds into early tomorrow morning. Maybe. All right, we could have significant winds into Illinois, Missouri, back into portions of Indiana, possibly into Ohio, back into portions of Kentucky, down into portions of Tennessee, and then back up into portions of Missouri. All right, I think I did well. I didn't mention Missouri yet, but areas like Rolla, St. Louis, Kansas City could get on that. Clinton, Springfield, Missouri, and also St. Joseph's, Missouri is going to get on that soon as well. And you can see how close together these lines are. That just indicates you're going to have some really decent initiation and really quick initiation. All right, so in Joplin, this might be severe when it gets to Joplin, guys. All right, I'm not saying it will, but it looks like it could. And look at that supercell flaring up down there. So you can see things are really starting to blossom over here in this very volatile thunderstorm environment. And what this is going to do is it's going to become a very massive mesoscale system that's going to turn into a derecho as it moves northeast. All right, areas like Springfield, Illinois, Pierre, Davenport, Chicago could get in on that. Indianapolis, Muncie, Fort Wayne, even over there near Toledo and Columbus could get in and onto that significant wind threat. Depending on how fast this weakens, we're going to have to wait and see how that forms. But you can see here, special weather statement. This is what I'm talking about. 55 miles an hour already, all right? So I wouldn't be surprised if the next polygon is a severe thunderstorm warning. All right, we'll be tracking over the course of the next several hours. I'm going to turn my voice off, but you guys are going to get to see the robustity of these storms, the robust environment of these storms, all right? And I'm going to warn you, we're going to be dealing with this big squall line probably in this area. So from here to this big squall line that's going to be moving eastward over the course of the next several hours, all right? And like I said, tornado supercell threat down here in Arkansas, windbag threat over here in these areas and maybe further east as well. Man, not that far east, but you know what I mean. Columbus, Cincinnati, Fort Wayne, and westward. Yeah, you're in on a really decent wind threat, even if it's not associated with thunderstorms, which it probably will be associated with this little guy here, all right? It's not going to be so little once it gets into this area here. So we really need to be keeping an eye on that over the course of the next couple hours. All right, guys, I'm just going to leave you guys on radar for the next several hours. We will come back if we need to. Like if there's like the potential maybe for strong tornadoes down here and one happens, we will be here to cover it. So, yeah. All right, guys, enjoy. Okay, guys, things are starting to get going now as I anticipated before. There are a couple stragglers out here for Mississippi and Tennessee. We'll watch those over the course of the next hour or so. I don't think those are going to be doing much because if you take a look here at your satellite imagery, I mean, I really don't think we're going to have a lot out of this activity over here. See how it's like kind of like cloudy over here? Yeah, it's not really going to be that favorable. But once it gets into central Tennessee, maybe a severe threat there. That's might be what that extension of the slight risk is for perhaps more development later on out of that, rather outflow boundary that's going to be established there. But taking it back here to your local or your multi-radar sensor system, there are several cells getting going along this boundary. All right, if you click play here, you can see those are starting to form into a squall line along this boundary. All right, and this is going to continue to shoot eastward over the course of the next several hours. So areas that I'm about to circle, like areas like in here, you guys better be ready. St. Louis, Columbia, up there near Kansas City, you're actually about to get hit. And over here near portions of Kirksville, Quincy, Springfield, you're going to be in a couple hours, but it's not going to be much longer. This thing is really picking up in intensity. And you can see here, this is already producing 70-mile-per-hour winds along that line. So you can see that things are really starting to flare up. What we're watching is the cap to break down here. All right, it doesn't seem like the cap is really broken down here yet. There is a cap, though. And if these storms can get into this environment, when this passes, this will likely allow for storms to go severe in the moderate risk area in the southernmost flank of the area. All right, and I did also want to mention that our day 2 threat is much worse. All right, as we take a look here, let's get out day 2 for you guys. Let's take a look. Can I look at my day 2 outlook? I don't know. That's weird. But I can't get the day 2 outlook up. That's weird. Well, anyways, guys, we have a high risk down here in these areas for the day tomorrow. Well, I shouldn't make it that small. These areas potentially for the high risk tomorrow. All right, there is a high risk, but I think it could get expanded westward and even southward through the day tomorrow. All right. Okay. Sorry, guys, that was my mom. But anyways, taking a look here, we do have a severe thunderstorm watch that has been issued. Winds 70 miles an hour, hail up to 2 inches. That seems very reasonable. I wouldn't be surprised if they added a really big box from here to over to Illinois for that considerable threat. I wouldn't be surprised if winds reached 100 miles an hour on that. I would not. So, I think they're just going to play it by ear by taking a look here, but they're going to be monitoring satellite, radar, and stuff like that. But overall, if I were drawing it out, I think I would include this big severe thunderstorm watch from really Columbia, Missouri, eastward, and west of Terre Haute. Terre Haute, I don't know. But regardless, I'm expecting this severe thunderstorm watch to be issued in those areas soon. So, and we are starting to watch some storm initiation here. There's nothing there yet, but we might get some stuff soon, so we need to start watching. Let me actually show you guys the model run so that you guys can get a better understanding.